It is August 18th, 2019. The correct time right now is 9:53 p.m. Said I do this all the time with the date and time every single video that I do for the most part. And that's the way you need to do video diaries. I just jumped straight on that. I'm not feeling good. A lot of more nasty things have happened, and I'm being held basically community captive, but they're utilizing a lot of corrupt law enforcement that's saying it's not corrupt law enforcement, your antisocial personality disorder setups and shit like that. Strange that a lot of the effects have been understood from coming from Columbus, Ohio, and the power of its people. Someone utilizing like a family name value and saying my family's more valuable than yours. I have a right to tell your family across the whole United States what to do. We control you. But coming out of the family situation, if you've seen other videos of mine, family's also toxic. They're a part of the situation that has me to the point I'm right now. I'm completely obliteratedly unhealthy. Some of that is due to my own factors, as such as over smoking, but I have tested and trialed many times in the situations that I've been in of quit smoking. One thing is trying to create addiction, them trying to make it out as if it's some type of social, and it is a social situation, gangbanging. We've had crabs, or what they call Crips, over here on what is McDowell Street and Town Street, Columbus, Ohio, much less the whole area that I'm in, always trying to gangbang ever since I was a child. Not even trying. There is manipulated situations which dealt with me for like behavioral situations. It was confessed of some of the things that happened around here were manipulated, lied, falsified, or made to be thought was true. And people coming forward, or did come forward in the past, but that was way past, saying we was around. I was actually a participant with that, and we wasn't shooting guns. We was banging things together to create basically a harassment. There is somebody else still here that is threatening with the situation, trying to play a power play, not even trying, enforcing it. Enforcing and relating back to the past rapes that they organized, utilizing my homosexual side of my family, the rapes that they's involved with. Some of the family that I talk about here in Ohio, I kind of grew up in Colorado, and then when I say kind of, technically did grow up in Colorado, but there's it's a little hard to explain traveling back and forth between the summers. There's a couple of years we moved back and then had to move back type of situation, but for about 15 years out of 17 before I left Colorado, I was in Colorado. Anyways, with that being said, my family, immediate family, or supposedly my immediate family, moved out there. You got the other family back here. Someone playing a family legalization game, and it ain't even a game. Enforcement of power. There is already organized crime involved ever since the 80s. I'm not allowed to recognize that. If you recognize it, we're going to continue doing what we're doing. Homosexual organized crime is the way I put it. Homosexual gangbanging. Homosexual, I put it as organized crime because the way I see it is organized intelligence, criminal acts, organized crime. The whole damn city is gay now. These people are in here, and there is law enforcement, there's government officials that's been involved, just like back on April 1st, 2018, last year. I went out to DC, and they had nothing but an enforcement of homosexual rights. It wasn't even protest. Interfering to the point that we control you. I'll tell you what your manners are, what your respects, what your family value, what your life values are. You're a mental retard, and we have a right to do this to you. Homosexual family members trying to force homosexuality. Also rapists. Well, The reason of the video today is I haven't been feeling very well, and in the weakness of under the distress of them playing the Ohio King, where I've talked about that in the past, them sabotage literally, federally, that got the federal and government involved, but there is corruption with that too. Another leadings to a classmate per se that I went to school with that turned out to be dating blacks anyhow, so that's a secondary situation because there's a bunch of grouping up black situations, and they're just snowballing the effect to the point you feel that it's non-representable when it really can be. But I'm incapacitated, which is a sign of, which was explained in like Tucson, Arizona, which the family was also, even in 2002, was messing with me over there trying to enforce family law. We own your ass, we're your family, you don't have a right to life, which is a complete lie. I ask, if I walk up to a doctor right now legally, and what I did under legal presence is no, they don't have a right to do that. Law enforcement should be able to take care of it, unless of course law enforcement's corrupt, and it is corrupted all over. There's multitudes of witnesses started stepping out, and this is what I'm trying to also ask while I'm explaining my story, is come out and meet me, or come out. I'm I'm basically mentally retarded now because of the rapes, the sabotage, and hey, you don't fuck with us, we crab. But the weird thing with that is jumping off to scold the situation, calling out, you rat, you snitch, trying to play this game, you don't talk to the police, when they've been working with the police, law enforcement, and everything else from the get-go. That type of corruption, so in deep, but some of it ain't even in deep. We know our rights, we work this is, whatever. A lot of gangbanging in the situation, but a lot of it, like I said, is manipulated. I need to go back and think of what I was going to say prior to that about the family utilizing this homosexual situation. We own your ass. Because there's somebody else. They intentionally sabotage themselves to get victim rights, basically. Even in another state, we don't give a fuck. What we got to do is the way they do it. Anyhow, there's another homosexual that I was raped by in 2006, and a whole situation that came out of sabotage. The legal system didn't do a perfectly legal good job here at all. They was a part of a cover-up and a sabotage situation, and I got sabotaged in that situation. With the evidence of the way I explained my part of the story, it wouldn't matter. The situation happened in 2006. It's already 2019. Somebody trying to always babyfy, ridicule, scold, control. Only our way. We're giving your family the opportunity to control you. I walk in, and I was in a mental health facility in an institution under their restraint, and full-blownly asked with a lawyer, and if untrustworthy, because it isn't trustworthy anywhere because the infiltrations have happened. The people that, this person hasn't worked here ever. They just showed up 2 days ago. Type of situation. They showed up when you showed up. Me being told by other employees, stupid shit like that. Anyways, so penetration with witness, not just saying, hey, I recognize them, somebody else doesn't. Somebody else did recognize the situation and put it out. Anyhow, utilizing that, what the doctor had said to me, the lawyer, no, legally they don't have a right to do none of that. You call the cops. If I call the cops, there's internal family members that's been in with cops. It ain't just family members. There's a whole fucking nasty blue gang bitch network of the situation being run across the United States, and has been. You don't have a right to life. So we have a right to W mentally retarded and control everything that you do until I feel valuable. They had to rape to make themselves feel good. They sent this individual out today to intimidate, scold, and all the rest, communitalize, which, hey, you don't gangbang, you don't get in trouble, you don't do this type of situation, you don't look that way, which I talked to the psychologist the same way. Yeah, there was a little bit of criminal mischief when I was young. This is a life story. This is what happened. And this is also why I don't have a social life in the community, because, hey, one, the ridiculization of the family members that are a part of the same damn thing they keep scolding others they better not be a part of. Drugs, gang, associated crime, all the rest of the bullshit, trying to run their fucking mouth and utilizing a corrupt system backing them, and haha, that's what you get, bitch. I'm implanted, and they're laughing over that. We control that too. Legally, they ain't supposed to be able to. We then having and utilizing a sabotage situation in the community, Let's go ahead and sabotage him to the point I have the right to control him. So everybody around that's a part of the group, part of the situation, let's make complaint. He's mentally retarded, and everybody gets the rights to claim for a Columbus, Ohio, Franklin County mental health right. They can travel to New York. They can go out and invoke their shit, supposedly of what they're trying to play. Invoke their shit in Tucson, Arizona. Hey, buddy, hey. This place can rot in hell. The people behind it, I hope you're going to end up getting killed. I hope the situation does work out, that everything that I've been through comes back on you, not even 10 times fold. I hope that what happens is them playing mafioso, me being told, if it is the truth, their fucking homosexuality will get them asses fucking killed, especially for what they've done. I do hope that happens. I don't give a shit about the rat, crack, fiend, faggot, homosexual motherfuckers here anyhow. There's other homosexuals in New York, and I'm not saying every last one. There's only a group full, and I'm not homosexual. That's the main goddamn point. But they had to get involved because they're recognizing homosexuals running their faggot, fucking freaky, drug addict, crack fiends, AIDS fucked in the ass fucking mouths, trying to pit me down, utilizing whatever they can, and orchestrating power. And it does work. When you're in a group, it does. If you look into the scientific shit, it gives them power. It gives them the enjoyment from it. I talked to a mental health doctor over the same thing. Right now, I'm very, very sick. Some of it is from smoking, but while being this sick and having someone challenge, bitch, you ain't nothing, need to get the fuck up out of the hood. You know what we did to you, talking about rape, and the fucking cops cruising right on by. Hey, you want to be a nut job? That's what we did to you. You want to be a nut job, really? What the fuck do you really fucking know about me? You pitch your cop work, bring your fucking blue gang bitch ass fucking whole fucking Columbus, Ohio, crack affiliated, AIDS infested blue gang bitch ass motherfucking rapists asses out. And this is what they need to hear and understand, and hopefully they get the word from this. Oh, we know everything that you're doing, so hey, pick up on this, motherfucker. Here's the fucking truth behind it. In Colorado Springs, it was also happening. The fucking goddamn whole place went under a mass overhaul of like internal affairs and everything else, and they are not anywhere. The fucking police are not allowed to be doing what they're doing to me. Verbalating just like a fucking gang member out of a fucking car. Hey, we have the rights to aerial warn. And that was investigated in Colorado Springs after so many people came out to have it done for themselves and outright said that for fucking sure right in front of your face type of shit, you're like, we're representable, we're doing the best that we can, and it's right in your fucking face and you ain't doing nothing was a lie. And that's the reason why it's pissed off, irate, and I don't want to ramble this way, but the same fucking thing out there, why the fuck ain't it working out here? On top, personal, humanized, intellect fucking power, you got some homosexual fucking crack fiend bitch riding around in a fucking police cruiser acting like it's gang activity time. Hey, you want a gangbang? Go put your money where your motherfucking mouth is before I come out and stomp the fucking faggot fucking shit out of Columbus fucking police. You ain't nothing but a bunch of fucking rapists too. And it isn't just because I want to say it in derogatory, hateful, hey, whatever I can spit at you. Fucking me in the ass down at your police station in 2009 was not the fucking thing to do. More gang-associated fucking rape, and we're talking about police rape right at the fucking police station. Hey, if you say that, we'll lock you up for being mentally nuts because you don't got a right to say it. It's insane. Anything you say, I'm going to apply mental health corrupted fucking enforcement. Went out to everywhere that I traveled, they tried to strip me of my rights. As of now, I can say that I am incompetent. There's all kinds of psychological damage, psychological assault, psychological and emotional damage, which was talked with the doctor. Guess who they told me to go to? The police. Guess what we also talked about is the corruption, not just from family connections, everything under the sun fucking working in the city, and me being told and given an example, the police are untrustworthy in this fucking city, much less law enforcement. And going into, there's a fucking city engineer that owns the apartment, the homosexual, he only rents to homosexuals. Used to be ex-fucking city engineer, guess what? You know what I mean, buddy? And then now I guess it's starting to turn in, because the whole fucking city's done turned gay. But buddy. We all had fun in the past, know what I mean? Same thing with the police and everything else. We'll gangbang and do whatever the fuck we want. sending out their fucking homosexual fucking rapists because it was never reported to the fucking police when I was here due to somebody trying to spit, shit, and fuck me off. I'll pit them on fucking spot, and I want to do this, and it's rambling, and I hope you deal with it. If anybody does listen to the video, including straight, real fucking ass law enforcement, the same law enforcement in Colorado Springs that caught all the fucking goddamn dirty ass shit, the nasty ass fucking Negro, homosexual, crab, crip, rapist ass, dick sucking, faggot, homo fucking shit that they was doing, and all the rest of ostracized the fucking group, Godfather, Kings, and all the rest of shit. Everybody's invited as long as you can stand without deception to the point. There's one thing I'll have to accept, that can't be quite done because I've been caused incapacitated, basically, literally brain damage, traumatically, through an implant and through exercise of utilization of psychiatrics wrong, psychology wrong, shit like that, over enforcement, not being able to get out to fucking report, while you got some nasty ass Negro on top of a multi-organizational situation on top, Mexicans included. You got dirty spics in there, same thing. It's this multi-organizational what's happened, trying to throw their fucking shit up, while there is a fucking confession by the fucking police in New York City that these assholes ratted me out for murdering somebody supposedly, or no matter what, it would still be ratted out, them giving false information to bullshit. What a nasty, bitch, low-life fucking Negro this motherfucking bunch of crew faggot, AIDS-infested, literally trying to go out and infect other fucking people. Ass fucking punk-ass fucking little bitches. Trying to act like they have international fucking power. Gang organization across America. And some of it, then, if they want to act and enforce that, is the fucking truth. So where the fuck is this law enforcement telling me I'm the one acting out of hand when you have a fucking background profile of even back in 2002, all the trips that I done across the fucking United States? You have criminal profiling of me, so you had to profile the other shit. You got the shit in fucking Colorado. Why the fuck do you got a problem of picking up on it? Except for covering your own ass for gangbanging, raping, and being a blue gang fucking bitch thug. Step up, and they've threatened me over the last 5 fucking months after I started that slang. I picked it up elsewhere, and it made goddamn sense that that's all this fucking police shit is. And oh, we'll fuck with you now. Step the fuck up, you homosexual anal ass fuck. Anyhow, Wesley Goings, don't come fucking back around me again, dude. You're a goddamn child rapist. You're a rapist. You're a fucking punk-ass fucking crackhead. And you, Dave Johnson, Gene Rutherford, which is the Rutherford, Gene Rutherford is supposedly my family. Do I have to accept a rapist family because they're fucking rapists? Or because they're family? You better abide. I'm uncle. You'll understand that. Oh, you're mentally incapacitated now because we fucked you up. There's also other problems. We want to interfere with your life. I have a right to enforce family law, and being the next best of kin is what they've been trying. I talked to the mental health department out here. You have a misabuse of fucking authority, which police and whoever else is authoritating themselves illegally advising me how things work. If you was trying to make the fucking situation better, you would have done everything under the sun to deal with the situation. That's how you can prove the corrupt, nasty, fucking gangbang bitch-ass fucking form they got going on out here. I'll go tell the truth on everything and have every last bit of my life put together, which was starting to be, but it took too goddamn long for a probate lockup for them to understand it before somebody's trying to threat. We'll lock you up in the state. We'll fuck with you. I don't give a shit. You're a mental retard. Leave. Well, if I have to leave, what the fuck does it mean when I travel across the United States leaving that you're following me around? You're threatening my fucking life. I don't give a fuck what spick, what fucking Negro, what Italian, German, Russian-ass fucking spick you send after me, trying your multi-organizational shit, stand the fuck up, and especially since they want to utilize a fucking Negro crackhead AIDS-infested fucker. Literally, paperwork on that. I'm not saying it is slander. That is understood 1,000,000,000% understood by their, per se, friends or other associates that know them, without trying to rag, without saying, well, it could be. They have proof. I've seen proof. You AIDS-infested fucking chimpanzee, monkey motherfucking cunt, dick-sucking, hoe-bag fucking crack-headed bitch. Your fucking people go ahead. You want to play the Godfather like an Italian mob boss, I'm telling you. You want to play the Russian shit. You want to play CIA. Play every fucking thing under the sun. Let's go get into your shit. You fucking homosexual motherfucker. You and your crabs, motherfucker. You want to play crab? You want to fucking call names to the point somebody punks your fucking ass back, and I'll produce this shit internationally. On top of Sheriff's Department utilizing, which is a part of Blue Gang bitch that's starting to get out to the point where I'm saying I'm traveling around America, and these motherfuckers are making illegal connects trying to enforce that my family has the fucking rights to take care of me when they didn't. This thing, this, that, you don't know how to control yourself, but I was put through a rehabilitation step each and every time, and there's multitudes of things to add on top of that. I was sick, I got better. When I got better, they perceptional, and the people that was looking and saying, hey, things are pretty bad, wait a fucking minute. Somebody's blaming him for being this, and that's the only way that I could be. I went out, I got healthier, I went back to these places, I was so healthy, I could start dealing with a lot of different shit. And they're like, well, somebody said you're naturally like that. Not under sickness. You've been that way your whole life. But it's kind of strange, because if that's the case, something miraculously fucking happened. That he's not the same frickin' way. I have no friends left. I have no friends at all. There's a whole life story with this. Being targeted, some of it's mental health. I can agree no fucking more. Just like PTSD can be caused under duress, an abused child. You abuse the child to the point they're depressed. They go into even having PTSD, schizophrenia. They could have just about fucking anything after all the bullshit that I was through. And I still, oh well, yours wasn't as bad as some kid getting literally physically beaten every day. And yes, it was. On top of that, some of the shit that they got attached to me while they're running and somebody trying to influence some Negro-ass family trying to influence, and I don't give a shit if it pisses people off. I want you to be as pissed, hurt, and as fucked off as I am. On top, make it clear that that is a clear understanding. It needs to be understood that way, to make it clear of how much pain these mouthy, AIDS-infested fag fucks, on top of trying to play gangbang leader, when I've had fucking mob bosses in New York City, New Jersey, and in Florida walk out, and homosexuality is unfucking acceptable. You can cover it up, but you will not portray that shit as your fucking Godfather ass fucking life, or you'll get whacked. That's the type of shit. If you watch movies on it, if I'm not telling the truth, it ain't even just movies, documentaries, biographies. Go listen to what the fuck they say. They'll tell you on A&E, the DEA crime report, FBI last fucking X-Files, and they'll say the same shit in those files. There's been videos on it and straight ass talk about it. There's been talks about the people that they killed because they was homosexual. And that's only in certain that. The cliques they're acting with, the people they're trying to say, you won't get along with nobody. I hate to tell you, you want to try to utilize my mental retardation, supposedly, of what you're trying to say that I am, to step up on? So let me utilize your homosexuality and all your group gang leadership, gangbanging, half-breeded ass, AIDS-infested, rapist fucking shit. That these other cliques are telling you, we don't like fucking fags either. I straight out had people walk up and big old fucking cliques. We're heterosexual fucking Crips. You don't have to put up with that shit. No Crip should be a fucking fag, and on top of that, I'm willing to fucking fight. Hey, why don't you go get your people, man? Oh, wait a minute. On top of that, trying to orchestrate, hey, you know we've been around you, we followed you, to find out some of their pay structure and their enforcement and their network enforcement. Their network itself, the power in their network, has to deal with fucking law enforcement while they're out there not even just threatening, have killed for supposed snitching like a little bitch. Until you're exposed like some fucking bitched up fucking fag and supporting the fucking fags in your community to help do your dope to make your fucking money. But now you followed me across the United States. You can take your dumb bitch Negro ass out of my fucking face. Hey, you know everything about me too, huh? You want to walk around and run your fucking mouth? This is being produced on the internet. Rip my shit up and I will blow from fucking Kingdom Come every fucking thing in New York City and watch a bunch of shitty ass niggers that are fucking going out in DC trying to utilize Donald Trump. I watched the fucking motherfucker walk around with Donald Trump's fucking daughter and his son-in-law trying to utilize this family law sabotage situation that they own the fucking rights to be where I'm at, to own the rights of my intelligible, intellectual ability, because he's intellectually challenged. But I will agree to a tiny bit of that, just like being mentally retarded diagnosed now, due to being assaulted. Due to not only just physical assaults, but severe psychological and druggings. I'm done. You doo-doo, we're gonna play doo-doo. Hey doo-doo, you stinky. Hey, in New York you didn't take a bath, but here we are in Columbus. Hey, that's because your AIDS-infested porch monkey ass was in there trying to fucking force shit around. And I didn't tell on you because you would have went to fucking prison for so goddamn long. Because I'm not afraid anymore of these assholes, to a certain extent. Of these assholes trying to step up. You know what we can do. Hey, you dumb bastard. You fucking made a false report that I murdered somebody. The police came out and said you're the fucking rat that ratted him the fuck out. While they're playing we know our shit. That's how you sabotage somebody. Know your shit and the ropes itself to the point that it's believable. No different than like the motherfuckers that are getting off with DNA tests right now for murder. They had two different stories in 30 years ago. Now is it believable somebody's in there utilizing a force of coercion and pressure? Done tired of them playing on top? Hey, we'll replace you. You want to play the Ohio King? We'll give the kingdom to somebody else, which they've already played. You have Dave Johnson and Gene Rutherford playing with, I do not know the kid's last name. I do know for almost a fact his first name's Brandon. He has red hair. I have Scottish. I had a red beard, but I never had red hair. Them trying to play thoroughbred better off Scottish. Who's going to be better? Because I fucked up in my family, and I told something as a child when I was in the fourth grade. I was staying at somebody else's house and some bad shit happened. And things that I talked about with the counselor and straight out I told him what the fuck happened. And it being related, how things relate and whatnot, it messed the family up. It was a severe situation of an overnight situation that wasn't 100% right. Anyways, there goes family sabotage. We don't want you no more again. We don't want this. A whole situation of my life being fucked up. And hey, we all know this. Really? You're 1 minute, you don't know shit. You won't tell the motherfucking truth. But yet you want the situation to get better. They have done nothing but fraudulently, socially utilize me as a guinea pig for their social orchestration of entertainment, power, and leverage in the government to try to empower themselves. That does not go just for the Negroes. That goes for all of Columbus, Ohio, and included every connect that they got. The bikers, the gay people, the gay clubs, the gay niggas, spics, Jew jacks, all your gangland shit and everything you know about me. You think you're a big man like that? I do believe so. Hey, didn't we give you this? We gave you that. If you gave me all that, why the fuck am I so unhealthy that I'm practically dying and already brain dead? Because you want to act like a punk. They utilize the situation. It's thoroughly understood. It's too hard to explain, but at least by 2005, I completely changed. I completely said no and was saying no to their situation. Not only the stalking, the following, but the activities that they tried to induce themselves and then turn around and utilize against me. You want to go gangbang, act hardcore, act like you're going to commit a crime or go steal some shit or whatnot? Here you want to go shoplift and go get some food just to shoplift and get food. Not in a homeless sense. Some of it was criminal acts, like I said, when I was young. And then it turned into having all this fucking shitty ass problem happen. And I became homeless to the point that I had to steal for my food. Because on top of being socially sabotaged, nobody wanted to give me money. If they was to give me money, these people would be attacked. Not only just having their windows knocked out, social and everything else. There's governmental problems. Generals, people that's part of the military, that was part of the government, trying to say, hey, you ruined our family values, so everything that you do, I'm going to criticize. You don't touch retarded people. You're not allowed around them. We do not agree with that, and you touched a retarded person on top of that. There's slime, there's spit, you can become infected. It stinks. It could last a lifetime. Now you're banned from our family that way too. And if you don't accept that, you're still getting your head mashed in for it. You want to play social games. It's a mass amount of different power. Right now, either it's emphysemic form and a few other things, but do not know why I'm so sick again. But I will say this. Hopefully this video does some good. And I'm understood besides being completely incompetent to where my eyes are rolling around in my head. And the doctors, I've been to the doctors. It's the same damn thing as the police. And with police involvement. Like I don't deserve the rights to healthcare. What nigga? What? I be walking around. What nigga? What bitch? What nigga? Do I look like a fucking nigger to you, bitch? Anyways. That's the reason why I blew up so fucking hard. We need something. We need this. We need that. Take your crab ass on down the road. Ain't that the worstest fucking thing I can call them? You wanted to walk out and fucking outright try to trash me. Pick your homosexual ass up. Like I said, it isn't trying to start violence, but why don't you stand up to the heterosexuals? Oh, that's right. I was going to say heterosexual crips that walked out full forced ass, beat your fucking gay ass to death for just being gay. But I don't want to invoke violence. But the two different understandings, like a biography or a situation on A&E Discovery Channel trying to teach, like gang networks, locked up, whatever program it is, they mention these facts, so that's all I'm trying to put mine as anyways. 1,000,000,000% I'm going to give the offer no matter where I went to, except for it has been caught a few times. They die out for a couple of weeks and come right on back, right as soon as they feel safe. They was told in Colorado to stop their shit. There was people that was locked up over it. I moved, they moved with me. Fresh place, fresh start, even though it's not really a fresh place and a fresh start. Because my family lived here in Columbus, Ohio. My grandfather willed this house after he passed away to a point. Even that's messed up. But it is in the family still, and it's owned by the family. So, that's the reason why I'm here. Why would I come back to my animalized area? It is for right now, after all the build-up, it's unexplainable. But it was because I didn't have a home. Hey, doesn't matter. Yo homie, yo nigga, my family. I want to get in these fuckers' family roots so bad. Being African American, they're going back to the cotton fields and trying to fucking throw their fucking nasty Negro shit onto me. I'm done with it. It's also understood there's somebody that followed us as I was living in Colorado Springs, followed my family to Colorado Springs when we even first moved out there. But anyways, just for examples, all the stuff that I'm trying to explain. No different than the factual, nasty, how it supposedly works, and some of the things are untrue. If I watch something, they try to enforce it. Intellectually challenge. Intellectual abuse. While you're sick, I was told if they're treating me like a mafia leader, or a leader in any aspects, they wouldn't be treating me this way, period. It's a bunch of horse crock shit. While, like I said, they're Columbus, Ohio, not just blacks, all the whole concoction of multi-organizational shit that's going on. running another retard, utilizing it for a fraudulated system, and then throwing it in my fucking face. Your family got no rights here. I'm going to own the rights. And it's possible for that shit to happen, except for when I moved, I went and told the system, and we had a talk about they should not be affecting me. But it doesn't matter. That's 7 fucking years ago. I've had 7 years of them not being compliant themselves. Don't fuck with me because of my family. My family's fucking matters. I'm an independent and individual of my own. There's tons of shit to talk about. It's, like I said, it's in too deep. There's more clues, not just clues. There's more facts. There's more information about myself, what things happened. And basically, it's all about my life of being a targeted individual, but also all about only my life, like being, it's unstable, it's incapacitated, and needs help. Who do you get help from? Especially when it's corrupt. Rapes and fucking psychological wards, sexual assaults in psychological wards, institutions, assault inside the mental health system, assault by the gay-ass blue gang bitch police. Hey, we're having fun. Fuck yeah, it was already explained by a psychiatrist. Just like they asked some of the family members that wanted to show up on my supposed behalf to get help. Things are not connecting. They're not making sense about your complaint and then how much you truly want to help because you knew this was going on and that. That causes you to be the abusive party. That means he's been abused and neglected. And then you're trying to hold that to him as an illegal fact, and they talked about systematical assault. But no matter what, anybody, not even just family, anybody trying to hold the fact of, hey, we're trying to help you out. It was already said and discussed by professionals like you wanted, by legal, county legal professionals. And then they got a problem with that. But anyways, I started jumping around in this video. I'm going to upload it, and that's that. These homosexuals are not to come back out. Not after all your sexual rapes and all the rest and trying to act like, hey, mafioso and all the rest. It ain't even an act. Enforcing your shit in front of me. Go get your gay dick sucking cop, your blue gang bitch, to step up for you again. That's all I'm going to tell them. It's been out in New York City. There's quite a few people starting to pick up that somebody is intellectually wrongfully doing. Even if you're not a criminal, you understand there's been TV shows, and a lot of people understand the criminal organizational crime world type of situation, the nasty ass shit that's supposed to be going on, that these assholes are using. Well, they ain't allowed to cross their own fucking lines in certain ways, and they're doing whatever they want. You know why? Because we orchestrated homosexual organized crime. Literally. We're homosexual gang members. Banging homosexual code. Banging homosexual intelligence organization. No different than any other gang building themselves. What the fuck you gonna do in the power of our homosexual, AIDS infested, ape chimpanzee raped up fucking ass shit? Peace. All of the supposed love, Godfather, our people. It's time to exploit the Italian mob also being involved. No, I don't give a fuck. You're a homosexual motherfucker too. We'll get into all this, and hey, you could end up dead. Hey, if I end up dead, why? And hopefully somebody has my story to make the fucking connections behind it, which I've already talked to mental health. While, like I said, remember, there's always somebody new showing up. I have the same power and authority, and it was busted in Colorado Springs. Some of them wasn't employed by the county, even though they had the education and certification, enforcing that. Being paid basically by a, say, mafia family to enforce their power, understandings of their power against somebody else. But much less me being main target. Because it's a fraudulated system. They make a complaint to the system. They get victim rights, or if not victim rights, they get some type of, at least, power compensation, if not working it into a money compensation situation. Basically, human trafficking is one way, is what it was put, but basically it's human like slavery. Multitudes of organization, but there's a bunch of blacks, and they like utilizing who's going to take fault for this one. So it's a rotated ring. Like the person couldn't explain who did what, because there's a multi-organizational situation, which was explained in DEA documentaries of how rivals will actually pair together and represent a cause, helping each other out even if they're enemies, as long as it's prosperous for each group. They'll become buddies after fighting blood, knife through the throat, heart slash cutting shit. Just so they can go do their shit. They become butt buddies. Anyways, with that being said, you got the Blue Gang Bitch. Same thing, butt buddies. And this time it's like, not a joke. I don't know how to put it. How to exercise my right that you got one too many fucking homosexual dick-sucking cops in Columbus. No different than Philadelphia. You know, your homosexual police page used to go down for, hey, you know, leave things alone. Fuck you. Orchestration, next thing you know, all you need is just a little influence, baby. And you become corrupt as fuck. Being homosexually fucking raped ain't right. Being a targeted individual of mass amounts of weaponry, military, governmental abuse, authoritative abuse, anything and everything under the sun. I'm a severe case, incapacitated. There's implants in my body that keep incapacitating me. These people keep trying to utilize, hey, can't prove it, doesn't happen. But you can see, and like I said, I invite anybody to either I can come to your city or you can come to where I'm at. Do it spontaneous so nobody knows that you're trying to do it in a sense. Or plan it to where it can quickly happen, and you'll see what's going on. The best part is I'll explain it like this. I need new places to appoint to go to. I can't already be there, because of course if I'm already there, more than likely somebody's already there with me. And I ain't just say somebody. Mass amount of people are there already. And also systematically assaulting already. But let's say schedule a time to go to your city on a specific date, even though they eavesdropped on all of my shit. They have all kinds of other bullshit going on, so trying to do it the best way as possible. You know yourself, and you'd be able to check weeks before of knowing your community itself and what's going on. I come into town, say I walk through your community. It doesn't have to be at your house. Could be a shopping mall at certain times or something relatively close that you know yourself. You go there every day. And you know you'll be able to spot out even just a bare minimum, but you don't even need a bare minimum. This stuff is completely outrageously recognizable. I've had other witnesses in other communities, just like in New York, walk out. You showed up and somebody else showed up with you. We haven't had this shit going on in our community, even though they had bad people in their community, either gang members, Crips, drug addicts, druggies needing their drugs. And that it was in a, I won't even say maybe I didn't recognize a half decent community. Still, half your damn country's riddled in drugs, America. But anyways, anybody that can get whatever they can. And I have to accept that, but at the same time, that's who they're recruiting. They're also helping out with that situation, corrupting them, utilizing it as a power form. But these witnesses just walked out and said, hey, it's real. And I didn't even have to know them. Perfectly good strangers, while somebody's trying to decreditize my mental capacity, my mental health ability to understand shit. Utilizing my sickness to dwell on, to dominate like a fucking king. And there is terrorism behind it. There's international networks. And hey, you don't do this. Hey, guy, we're FBI. You wouldn't want to do that if you want to get help from us. And now, I called in. The FBI doesn't even help out any of the shit. Another bunch of blue gang faggot bitch fucks here in Columbus, Ohio. I am so freaking hard on that because I've had external law enforcement elsewhere, including in other bad places that finally went into investigating shit. And I had some relievance, which it should have fully worked out, but I left 1, 2. I was still fucking messed up. It wasn't properly handled, but at least some of it was. Understanding the attacks and some of the mass power of the attacks, the intelligence, originally, even understanding 1989 first moving somewhere else, like Colorado Springs, Colorado, that they, and I was followed, just like I said, even back then. Including law enforcement and corrupted acts. Done. You be our little buddy, baby. You're mental. I talk to you like a 3-year-old child. Hey, bubby. What's up, bubby? Hey, baby. You want a bottle? Utilizing it for psychological assault in a long ways is the way I see it. Being holding mental strength when somebody's mental health fucking deteriorates because the government allowed it. Where's the defense for that person? Where's the help? Rain, the rape, what is it? Rape, ancestor, incested network, some shit like that. I forgot what it is. Rape and incest something network. It's for rape. A lot of domestic violence, rape against the cause, fight for our future, all that shit. Guaranteeing they're trying to say they're trying to prove it themselves, but it's influence too because they're owned by the government, but they can't even produce help because I've become so severely sick that the help isn't available because I'm not capacitated enough to capacitate the help that they're giving. While these assholes are in here intellectually, intentionally forcing that amount of power. You don't have somebody that's not employed by, or not employed by the county, the state, or the city, but yet still utilizing the educated, certified enforcement of authority and power against somebody else. It just doesn't work. I mean, it's no different than a legalized person doing it. And somebody's like, hey, why don't you go show us proof? Hey, happened in Colorado, ain't happening out here with except for the underbreath moaning, the window fucking hand signs, talking out, vehicular verbalization as you're riding around. Hey, if they can bust gang members for that, they can sure the fuck, which has already happened, called joyriding in a fucking county vehicle by misuse on personal time rather than being on paid time. But no different in a sense of a gang member doing the same thing and you arresting them for affiliation with the gang, harassment, and doing the things that they're doing, which could be associated harassment, gang affiliated harassment, which is a harsher crime than just somebody trying to harass somebody. Targeting acts and all the rest. But anyways, nah, you haven't seen shit. And even if it is, oh, well, fuck now, after all the corruption, all the homosexual, fucking gay rape, child rapist networks they're running through Columbus, Ohio here, which every last business, for the most part, downtown, they fly the collared flag. And I don't want to hurt anybody that way, because you're supposedly supposed to have rights, up until you're trying to fly it at the American Embassy like it's complete free. How many fucking, you think the terrorists would pit up with that? These assholes are so, and that's the strength, I'm talking the strength of them pitting up a flag or trying to enforce it, which was knocked down by Donald Trump in the Congress, which was cool as shit, came from right here fucking Columbus, Ohio. Bunch of gay butt fucking AIDS infested ass fags trying to cry for life, but hey, if somebody else whimpers, hey, you ain't nothing but our little fucking fuck in the ass anal bitch. Your names are mentioned. There's plenty more to come out too. But it needs to be done. I'm blanking out right now. There's things that ain't right, and I understand it. I should go get help. I go to the doctor's office. They bend over the desk, acting like you're getting fucked in the ass, like you're ridiculing me too also. You ain't shit, just a rape victim. I'm going to go ahead and press stop on this video on that. Columbus, Ohio. Walnut Street, Gift Street, my cross streets. I only did that for the fact, that's mental health, Hey, didn't I invite people to go ahead? I'm open to it. Unless it causes harm to myself. Well, shit, how much more harm than having some fucking fag Negro live around you trying to not even gangbang, is gangbanging, telling you about what you've done in other states. How much power and control they got of you. How much information they have on you. How tied in there with the police so it doesn't matter, they can't get in trouble. Just like the crazy ass cops, the blue gang bitch cops. So what? But anyways, I invite anybody to come here, but you may not be able to recognize the situation that I'm explaining of being a targeted individual until I show up in a brand fresh new spot, or that I've been out, say, I've been here in Columbus, I show back up into New York City, New York, and you see the enforcement, you see the alteration as plain as fucking day. I don't have to make myself believe it. I had witnesses step out, strangers. I don't know their name. You walk up and you see a person having a problem. Yes, you should remember names, but let's just get into it. You see a person having a problem, you're a kind person trying to help that person out. You go up and you help them out. You're a perfectly good stranger. That person doesn't remember your name. You didn't remember names, even though you probably should, but let's just go ahead and say you didn't. Doesn't mean the situation didn't occur. Doesn't mean that it should be unbelievable. Somebody making it out. You sound crazy. We got a right to pink slip you. Blue gang bitch cops, which have gotten in trouble for it. So I'm damn sure there's a connectivity with law enforcement out here. And I mean, for myself, because I didn't put it on police paperwork, I can't explain why it didn't happen that way. I was under threat if I told I would also go to prison myself on, per se, maybe something else or whatever else they conjure up on. And I have had some criminal lockups by fault and some that ain't. So I understand, under the duress of them taking my freedom, my rights, and my life away from me, hey, I didn't say nothing. Huh. How would you like to be at a police department and get screwed in the ass in the parking lot? Sick shit to talk about, but hey, has to be real. Right here, 333 West Town Street, 2009. Same era, same day of what they're talking about, me murdering somebody and making a falsification out of it, because I tried to go in. I was going to leave, and they basically complicate my abilities of accessing any type of help that would get them in trouble or expose my situation. Anyways, I don't know. I'm ending this video. Peace, y'all. Today was a very severe ass day. I'm very, very sick. Tomorrow I got something to take care of. And after that, hopefully I can rest for about a week after that. Literally, I'm just going to try to lie myself down for the next, I won't say a week, but 2-3 days straight, rather than doing anything at all. Build my strength up so I can go ahead. And as I said, hopefully they don't try to intervene, complicate, while they're utilizing government enforced authority sabotagically. And nobody gives a damn. Nobody cares. Hey, life's life. I'm an American citizen. You got problems. I don't want nothing to do with you, because I don't want problems either. This place is bad. So if you can agree with this place is bad, corrupts, has corruption, hopefully you can agree and give me a little bit of leniency and a little bit of love from yourself too. But anyways, just saying, hell, I don't know. Blanked out again. And that's another condition that's happened. Multitudes of implants that it's not paperwork-wise. And how can I say? Because I remember the operation as I'm laying in New York City. And there's all kinds of shit where they're walking around, hey, we'll press your buttons, we'll freeze you up, we'll fry your mind, we'll electrocute you, we'll do this, we'll do that. He's under controlment, he's under restraint. I walk in legally and I ask the system, because that is a part of my fucking problem. They keep threatening me, hey, if you go and you expose the situation or anything to attempt to mess with what we've done to you, we'll sabotage you and send you to prison. You don't play with us, nigga. While I'm listening to some fucking steroid pumped up freak Negro fag tell me how to run my life. And has been. 2nd grade. There's a situation, I held on to it because I started going through my life way in the past because I was being attacked. We're talking way in the past. And me understanding the nasty, some of the scolding situations that stuck with me. And a black girl telling me, and I didn't get it back then. That's also because I was being psychologically jacked up, even by the family, to the point I wouldn't understand to acknowledge what was going on. But anyways, my family owns yours type of situation. We didn't give you this power, so you didn't listen to us. You abide, you have to act, and it is homosexual connected. Even in the 2nd grade, prior to me even finding out about the homosexual connectivities, until I put some of the puzzle pieces together, and that's how that worked out. And more or less trying to turn into me having, without my right decision or me being able to make that decision on my own, forcing homosexual gay characteristics and traits. Family members getting pissed off because it wasn't not respecting them, but not giving them respect. And to a certain extent, it's hard to explain that. It wasn't just always like, you damn fag, which would be very disrespectful. I mean, I don't mean to harm it that way, especially way back in the 90s. But no, it was more like, hey, how you doing? Cool, see you, we don't get along. I'm not trying to cause no trouble with you. That's disrespect. You honor and obey, you better, while I have to put up with being enforced with gay, homosexual characteristic and traits, or be threatened that I won't have a life, no support, they'll cause whatever kind of trauma they can, but hey, not more likely look at what's I've already talked about, and look what happened. See ya. Bye Dave Johnson, bye Gene Rutherford. See ya. Get Wesley Goings the fuck out of here too. And if Dave Johnson wants to keep running his mouth, I'll knock your faggot old man ass out now on the fucking street. Don't play that shit again. You playing your gay gangbang godfather, trying to play your fucking ringdom shit and all the rest. Let's get this gay preacher molesting fucking kids out of his fucking house and go ahead and bring everything forward. Don't try that fucking shit again. Wesley Goings, you know who you are. I'll have to bring up your criminal report and post that online too. But at the same time, don't play your fucking, I raped you, you know what I can do to you. Hey, don't play in my neighborhood, because it's your time to come. Because I'm not physically capable while I'm being held back because I'm physically sick. What a homosexual AIDS punk ass fucking way to try to punk somebody, you little bitch. Little kitty fucker. Charles Tipton. Damn way almost the same way. I'm one of them that mentions that name. Hopefully whoever's trying to say, hey, we're law enforcement, we know you posted video, why don't you go pick up some of your evidence off of this? I've had lawyers step out, and I've had law enforcement abide by what those lawyers were saying. So what the fuck is these other assholes' problems that, hey, we're above, go prove it. You were under my authority, I'll tell you what to do. It's already been proven that there's been attempts at wrongdoingness. Internal Affairs got involved right here in Columbus. But it's not just because I don't. There's already been mishaps, just like in Colorado. But everybody keeps pointing the finger of the intelligent, organized situation originating, at least a bunch of the origination right here, even from my childhood, Columbus, Ohio, following to Colorado Springs, utilizing unlawful methods against myself, like a targeted individual against me. You're a grown-ass man when I was a kid attacking me. There are situations where you're a grown-ass man while I was a kid, employed by the government, trained with the knowledge and the intelligence that you had to attack me with. That makes you, by view of point, when you're trying to utilize criticalization about mental retardation and anything else, you're a fucking child abuser. That works in the fucking government. The people that supposedly, protects us? But hey, it gets turned to ill. Comprehension comes into play. And being competent and understanding exactly, thoroughly, to a T, everything under the sun of what the system works like and how much power can be pulled off of somebody that they don't have to help nobody really unless they meet some type of par, they meet some type of requirements that they decide if you don't meet those, that's either incompetent or you don't have a credible story to have ability to get representation. Oh, well, so much for you praising your fucking self as being honorable, cherishable, and respectful, and need some type of value when you don't offer up the shit that you was supposed to have. And then snapping, hey buddy, time's over. You know what? Some of the shit you're talking about, yeah, it may have happened, but statute of limitations over with. Don't complain about it. You're causing havoc in the community, or your slowness, or you trying to iterate that you're a victim. You don't have proof of it, so you don't have a right to claim. And somebody else is saying that's not okay for you to do. It's emotionally assaulting them. You don't have a right personally to do it yourself. We'll legally take you on for that, and that's for trying to challenge us. Trying to make me look bad, and I'll just fuck you again. Pressing stop on this video. Sorry about the combo, but peace, y'all. Targetofunlawfulacts.com